welcome to part of your week 2 training. Hopefully by this point in your Jamberry journey, you are in your launch party and you're starting to get some orders coming in. This is when it gets exciting. But this is a lot of times where people tend to kind of drop the ball, and honestly, if you figure out a system for follow-up, which is what we're going to talk about today, then you'll find that your business doesn't only take off, but it stays taking off. I heard a story one time from another marketer that talked about our business being like taking off in an airplane. You know, we start off on the runway, we get going faster and faster and faster, and then when we get to that certain speed, we take off and we hit the air, and then our speed levels out. Well, a lot of times what happens in the journey of direct sales is people get really excited. They go full force during their launch party, but they miss some important steps. And so when they get to that point up in the sky where they've taken off and they level off, they plummet back down because they haven't done some really important steps. And one of those steps is creating a system of follow-up right from the very beginning. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing. Follow-up is one of my passions when it comes to my business. I feel like I'm always trying to improve and make it better as I kind of see where my market is going, what my customers enjoy receiving, and also kind of looking at what other people are doing and what's working for them. So I'm going to show you what works for me best. I like to have a certain day of the week where I follow up with my customers so that I know that on Mondays I follow up and then I don't have to think about it for the rest of the week. I don't have to wonder if Susan got her order because I've checked in with her. I don't have to worry if the hostess rewards were never received from Barbara's party. So I would really recommend that you pick a specific day of the week where you follow up with your customers, and as you get the system started, you'll find that most times you can finish your follow-up within 30 minutes or less with the system that I've created. Alright, so it's not super fancy, and those of you that are more of a spreadsheet based, you can do the same thing that I do with paper by creating a spreadsheet in Excel or Google Sheets. I personally am a paper person. I am in the car a lot running around with my kids, and so I like that I can just bring this folder with me and sit in the car rider line and work on my follow-up while I'm waiting for the kids to arrive or sitting at a doctor appointment. Whatever I have going on, I can just keep this with me at all times and be able to do my follow-up. Even if it's not my actual day, I can do some follow-up from people from 3 months ago just checking in. Alright, so what I do is on our team page, I do have this in our documents. I can also send you the link, but this is just a Google sheet that I created and I printed off. It has the order date or when a sample was sent, because that's another important thing. When you give out samples, it's important for you to follow up, so keep track of those in your follow-up system. So I have the order date or when they receive the sample, the customer name, what party they're coming from, if they're coming from a party. Sometimes it's my VIP group and I'll make a note of that. The shipped date. Okay, so this is so when I message them and I say, hey Sheila, I can see your order shipped on the 9th and I wanted to check to see if it's arrived yet. Also a place for me to check off that their order was received so that I know that they received it when I check back. Did I invite them to my VIP club? Remember, like I've said before in the past, that needs to be one of your main motivations during your party, is getting them from the party into your customer group so you're continually building VIPs in your pipeline. Also, a spot for you to check, did you request a party? You can also write little notes there. Maybe you asked them about the party and they said, well, I can't right now, but check with me in December. You can write check in December. And also a spot for notes. So I can show you kind of what mine looks like filled out. And what I do is I just add little notes to help me remember what they did. Okay, so like this customer here, I made a note CC. That tells me that she ordered Color Cure. So that way when I am maybe going through and wanting to message any of my customers that have purchased Color Cure because the Color Pop is a color cure, or we have a special deal going on, I can go quickly down through my list and see who's ordered color cure. I have a note here if they ordered lip stuff, if they're one of those customers. I also have just a little spot here on the side where I have put what they, if they're a style VIP or just a regular customer, and then if I punch their card. So I do little check marks and things like that just to help me keep track of what type of a customer that they are. So this is a really simple program, a really simple system, and you can do this, like I said, electronically. You can do by 3x5 cards. However works for you. What is important is that you're doing something. And it's important that you do it from the very beginning so that you don't have the experience that I had, which I'm going to tell you about. So as a new consultant, I was kind of flying by the seat of my pants. I really did not have an upline at that time to kind of teach me this sort of stuff. And so I was learning a lot on my own, and I didn't have a follow-up system. I made sure, that I messaged people a thank you for ordering. I was good with that, but I wasn't great about making sure that they received their order or checking to see how they liked it. And so I had this particular customer that I decided, you know what, I'm going to start a follow-up system. So I went ahead, and it had been 2 or 3 months since she received her order. So I messaged her and said, hey, it's Christina, just wanted to see how you're liking your Jamberry and see if you had any questions. Well, let me tell you, she had a bad application experience. She hated the product. She was angry that I hadn't checked in with her sooner, and she let me know it. That, to me, it upset me emotionally. I felt terrible that I had dropped the ball, and I knew from that point on that I was going to figure out a system that was going to work for me and that was going to take care of my customers. And I can tell you that's when I started using this system, and my business has completely done a 180 as far as return customers. I've had customer after customer thank me for doing so great at checking in with them, making sure they were happy. A lot of times, somebody will get an order during a party, and by the time their order comes, they don't really remember how to apply it. So it's so important to make sure that people have a good application. And so checking in with them when they receive their order and offering, could I send you my application video so you have it when you're ready to apply, is a really great way to have customer service. And like I've said in other videos before, I order a lot of direct sales, and the last 3 months, I have not had one direct seller contact me to make sure I received my order, let alone to even thank me for placing the order. That's terrible, you guys. That is what gives direct sellers a bad name. I mean, you go to a department store. There's some department stores that I go to, and you've got that personal connection with your cashier, and they're saying thank you for coming into their store. If we can't provide that same thing through the internet, then we are failing. So you need to find a way to provide great customer service that's going to make your customers want to come back to you because of the service that you provided. Now, when do I follow up? When they order, immediately. I will send them a thank you through personal messaging as well as post in the party a thank you. I like to take I like to make a collage for what they ordered, but let me caution you about this, that especially if you're doing a party around the holidays, a lot of times they will be purchasing for the hostess, or they have their daughters in the party too. So it's a good idea to, what I personally do is when they place an order, I send them a friend request. And then in that message to them after they accept it, I will thank them for their order, and I'll ask them if it's okay for me to post what they ordered, make sure it wasn't a gift. Most times they are super thankful that you asked, first of all, and then they can already begin to see that relationship building with you. So that is the first step. Then, because I'm watching when their order ships, I will give it about 5 or 6 days. I'll wait till it's my next Monday, which is my follow-up day. I'll go ahead and send them a message and just say, hey Cheryl, I wanted to just check in with you. It looks like your order shipped out on the 8th. It may be a little bit soon still, but I wanted to check to see if it has arrived yet. they will respond to you. Probably 9 out of 10 times they'll respond to you. Again, this is a great time if you haven't sent them a friend request already, go ahead and do that. And that's because we want them to be on our personal Facebook to be able to continue sharing Jamberry through what we share on our personal timelines. Okay, so after they receive their order, I like to kind of play it by ear. If they say, oh yeah, I'm gonna apply it this weekend, that's a perfect keyword for then you to be able to say, okay, great, well, I'm gonna check back in with you on Tuesday and see how your application went, see if you had any problems, and absolutely, if you're in the middle of your application and you have trouble, send me a message and I'll walk you through it. Okay, so make sure that they feel comfortable to be able to reach out to you. So after about a week or so, I will check back in again and see if they've had a chance to apply. And this is also, if they have applied, I like to go ahead and make sure that they know that my customer group is available to them if they didn't join it in my party. So in my party, I do have a chance for them to earn another entry by coming and joining my VIP group. But if they haven't, then this is the opportunity that I'll say, oh my gosh, your Manny looks so great. I don't know if you noticed during the party, but I have a loyalty or a customer group that you are welcome to join. I usually have some specials in there and lots of like tricks and tips that I think you would really enjoy being a part of. I don't ever add them. I send them the link right then, and most times they go ahead and join it. So remember, get them into your customer group. That is pivotal for keeping your group exciting. Just having fresh blood in there all the time keeps the excitement high of the newbie saying, oh my gosh, check out my Manny, I love it, it's amazing. You know, and then you've got the people that have been in your customer group for 2 years, that it keeps them excited and interested in the product. Okay, so another thing that I do is I do a lot of mailings. I'm going to kind of show you what I do, and you can fine-tune mailings to however you like. So when I have a new customer, it's, you know, maybe the first time that they've ordered, I like to send a simple thank you to them for their order. I usually will include an accent sheet, which would be like what's on here. Okay, just like a half a sheet. Those come in your kits. You can order them in the marketing department. So I have a couple of different thank you cards just so I can sort of keep things mixed up. But I just have this one here that says thank you, and it says, thank you so much for supporting my small business with your order. It's wonderful customers like you that have helped me build my business, and you're appreciated. We're making the world a beautiful place, one nail at a time. Please be sure to contact me with any questions, problems, or concerns. I have my website on there, my phone number, my address is on there. And you can attach a accent sheet on there, stick this in an envelope, and mail this on to them. Also your business card. I would include your business card. Another thank you card that I just recently made has a picture of our family, and it says, from our family to yours, thank you for being a part of making our dreams come true. Then I have my website, and then on the back I can write something, include a gift, put it in an envelope, or I can just mail this with a postcard stamp. If you don't put it in an envelope, you can mail it just like this. It's a little bit cheaper. Okay, and then I also have this other basic one, just says thank you for your order, and then blessings, and I can handwrite a note on there. Okay, so as far as future mailings, I like to mail something around like the 2-week mark, and then also around between like a month to 6 weeks. And some of the different options, if they haven't joined your VIP group, remember you want them in your VIP group. I have this little business card, or this little postcard, and it just tells them a little bit about my group, and it has a bit.ly link, which you can go to bit.ly.com, and you can put in your website into that, and it will generate a shorter website that's easier for people to find, and you can even personalize it. So if you see mine, it says Christina VIP. Okay, so they can find my group a lot easier than having a big long thing that they have to type in, since they can't exactly copy and paste that. This brings me the most customers to my VIP group than anything else that I do. All right, and then another thing you can mail, you can start up a referral program. This just says referral swag, refer a friend to me, and when she makes a purchase, hosts a party, or joins my team, you will receive a surprise gift from me. So this could vary. It could be a half sheet, it could be a $5 credit, it could be a full sheet, it could be Jamberry stickers, anything like that that you would like to send Could be for them sending you a referral. And remember, referrals can be pivotal to your business. They are your walking advertisements. Okay, and then of course, you should have your business card. You are allowed to make your business cards on Vistaprint. So, make sure you use the logo that says Independent Jamboree Consultant. That's important. And if you need help with designing, you can reach out to your sponsor or myself. And then another postcard I have is for a free wrap. This is my booking party push. It just says book an online or in-home party and get a free sheet of wraps. Contact me for details. Okay, and again, these are just little touches that you're doing to keep the relationship going, to keep things in their hand, to keep Jamboree in the forefront of their mind. Okay, and then honestly, you guys, I buy these cards. They're just from the Dollar Tree, from Walmart. They're just whatever's bigger. I think it's 4x6, I think is the size. And these are what I use for my note cards. So instead of buying, actual note cards, which you can do, you absolutely can do, but I just use these. They're a little bit less expensive. Okay, and then one more thing I want to show you about getting people into your VIP group and your follow-up is if you do events and home parties, sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to have a way to follow up with them. You can do the contact cards, but I will say most times I can't read their handwriting, or their phone number is wrong, or their email comes back, things like that. It makes it difficult to follow up. So I started using these little bags. You can get them in the workstation under marketing, and they're just little cellophane bags that are sticky on the one end. All I have in here is it's a postcard. You could put an application postcard in there. This one is from the marketing. It just says it's a Jamboree party. I use these in my hostess packet, so my hostesses will get this, but with either a full sheet or a half sheet of wraps. But this would be for like at an event or a home party. And it's going to give them a 7-day challenge card, which is just a single wrap for them to put on, one finger on both hands and then paint the rest. It has the instructions there for how to apply and to do the challenge. They're going to get a little nail file. They're going to get a orange stick. They're going to get an alcohol wipe. My business card is in here. But what the key is what the little sticker is on the inside. It says, do you have one of the winning bags? And then it has the bag number. Message me through my customer group on Facebook to see if your bag is a winner. And then again, there's my bit.ly link, okay, to make it easier. So what did I just do? I got them from the home party or from the event to my customer group. And they have to message me through that customer group, which means they have to join my customer group. And if they message me, they're gonna win something. It may be an accent, it may be pedicure wraps, it may be half sheet. If they book a party, it's a full sheet, and you can upgrade whatever prize that they have to the full sheet. Okay, so that is basically my follow-up system. And I really just want to encourage you to build those relationships. Let your customers get to know you. Share funny things with them. Get on their personal timelines when they share pictures of their kids and love on them. Anytime, if I have a customer that has a baby, sending them a little gift or a note in the mail congratulating them. All those things are going to build your customer base and can be part of your follow-up system.